are like, "What are you doing? Weren't you just on live?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I was just on live, okay?" But I felt very, very influenced to make another video. So here we are. Bonjour, everybody. I'm wearing my Weasley sweater that I got for Christmas last year because I am going to see if I agree with these Harry Potter opinions that I looked up earlier. And before we start, I'd just like to say most of these I disagree with. Probably most of them. There'll probably be very few that I actually do agree with. A few of them I made myself like in the Percy Jackson controversial opinions, but I thought, why not make a video about Harry Potter opinions? And this time, the mug actually fits the fandom. It's Expecto Patronum mug, which is my favorite spell. And if you get the mug hot, it actually changes to the stat Harry's Patronus, which is so cool. Anyway, enough of me just raving about this stupid mug. Let's get into today's video. Okay, the Wizarding World is a horrible place to live in. I would agree with this just because like the Wizarding World is a very like dangerous place, but when it's not, it's a very fun place to live in, and it can be quite useful. I mean, I have so many times where I just want to say like Accio phone and have my phone come to my hand because I'm too lazy to go pick it up, you know? Like, get the dishes clean in 5 seconds? Heck yeah! Okay. Hermione sucks. So, if you don't know, Hermione is Ron and Hermione together, the ship, you know? And I disagree. Ron and Hermione is a very good ship. They are slowly building and developing over time, and it's fun to watch their growth, and they have great chemistry, and it just takes a while to see it, and they just have so much that makes them so beautiful together, and I just love it. And I just love how Harry's the third wheel in his own series. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen that like meme or whatever, but it's so funny because it's so true, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll see it in comments all the time. It just makes me laugh. This one I completely agree with, and it says Harry should get more credit because honestly, Harry's very underrated, in my opinion. Harry just does not get all the attention that he deserves, and there's someone who we will be discussing later in this video that I wrote, and I will definitely point it out, and it's them, that they are very overrated, and it makes me angry. But anyway, Harry literally did so much for so many people, and he's just being like underrated, and he literally did nothing. He's such an amazing character, like especially a main character, and he has so much sass, and he has so much trauma that makes him just such an amazing character. He's my second favorite character in the series. If you don't know, you'll find out later who it is. But Harry just has so much that I love about him, and he just is so relatable, and I don't see why he's so underrated. I don't see why people diss on him so much, and I don't see how he's just so underrated when he's the main character. And there's a lot of people that think it's weird to like the main character. They think it's weird to have a main character as your favorite, but honestly, how could you not? The main character always just has so much more development than the other characters, and you really get to know them a lot more. And so I think that's why I always love the main characters. But ironically, Percy and Harry, my two favorite fandoms, are both my second favorite character, but I still love them to pieces. Anyway, funny enough, I just landed on the person that I was saying is overrated. Why does this always happen to me? I should have mixed these better. Anyway, Malfoy is overrated. And before all you Malfoy simpers start yelling at me, I'm sorry to tell you, he is just plain overrated. If you've only watched the movies, I could see maybe why, but Malfoy is honestly just a bad person, and I cannot stand when people are making him to be the nice one and Harry the mean one on all these POVs. I mean, come on, people, make it realistic. Anyway, enough of me dissing on people. Let's diss on Malfoy because he's seriously so overrated. He literally is so mean to Harry. He almost gets Hagrid fired. He calls Hermione a mudblood. People still ship him with her. And people just say that, like, he's had a bad childhood. And, that's true and everything. I'm sure he has, but, like, what about Harry? He had a bad childhood. You don't see him going and not killing, but bullying students 24/7. Malfoy is such a jerk, and I don't see why everyone loves him so much. He's literally just like one of my. I like Malfoy, he has a lot of sass to him, but he just drives me insane, and I think the only reason people like Malfoy is because of his good looks. Sorry, y'all. Sorry if you're a big Malfoy simper for some weird reason, but that is my opinion, and you're gonna see more of these. Another overrated character, and this is Ginny, and I disagree. Ginny is not overrated. Ginny is actually the opposite. Ginny is quite underrated, and I think a lot of this is due to the movies, and I think the movies really bashed on her character, and this isn't in here, but I'm gonna say it, Hermione is overrated. And I think that they switched Hermione and Ginny, and that's why Hermione is so loved and Ginny is like so hated upon, is for this reason. They kind of switched their personalities and things. And Hermione's in the books is supposed to be a very like not very good looking, very not confident, very know it all, very like snitch person. And then there's Ginny, who's supposed to be like the most beautiful girl in school. And I'm not saying Bonnie Wright is ugly. She's actually quite pretty in my opinion. And I think that like they just made her this shy girl that has no character development when she's like one of the characters who has like one of the biggest character developments in the entire series. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? They just bashed on Ginny like the troll and the sorcerer's stone. Like they just bashed her like nothing. Like she's just nothing, and she's such an important character and such a lovable character. She is my favorite female character in the Harry Potter series, and they ruined it. They ruined her. They ruined her. Makes me so mad. They just ruined Ginny. Her relationship with Harry. Their first kiss was supposed to be in front of 50 people. In the movie, no one was there to watch. Harry lied to Ron in the movie and said like lied to him about like their relationship, and in the movie Harry was asking for Ron's permission, and they totally just bashed on that too. Anyway, enough about me hating the movies right now, because I'm sure we're gonna get to that one in a second. Another one wrong. Okay, Harry is an amazing person. I already went over this. Harry is selfless. Harry is literally so kind to so many people, and he doesn't have to be. He literally, but like, here's an example. When Wormtail, who killed his parents, well, not literally killed them, but like betrayed his parents, that got them killed, literally told Sirius and Lupin not to kill him for two reasons. One, because Harry's a nice person, and two, because he didn't want Sirius's and Remus, like, whatever you want to call it, and just not as good and pure. And I think this was a really good thing on Harry. Harry's such a great character, and he's always looking out for other people, and he's always so brave, and he's always loyal to his friends. It's kind of a surprise he's not in Hufflepuff for that reason, but I think he's a little too brave to be in Hufflepuff. I'm not saying Hufflepuffs aren't brave. We'll get to that in a minute, but Harry is just such a great character, and I don't see why people think he's just not all that cool, because he's such a great character and he has so much character development. Maybe not in certain ways, but he really does outshine a lot of the characters later on, and it really shows how much he cares for everybody, and we get to see this throughout 7 books, and I just love Harry so much. Oh, I think I wrote this wrong. I think it was supposed to be Dumbledore equals not great, because a lot of people think that Dumbledore isn't that great of a person. And you know what? I sort of agree. Dumbledore wasn't a perfect man at all by any means, but he was still pretty good, but he wasn't exactly perfect. He was willing to like risk everything, Harry's own life because of a theory that he had. What if this theory was wrong and everyone got killed because of it? I mean, yes, you gotta take chances and everything, but like still, it just was like, what the heck, man? And he literally broke Snape's promise saying that Harry would be safe because Harry was not safe and Snape had to deal with this. So Snape got the bad deal on that side. I'm just saying, okay? But we'll get to Snape in a minute. This is one that I wrote because I just love this person too much. I was saying you guys would find out who my favorite character is if you don't know who it is in a minute. Well, you're going to right now because it is Sirius Black. Okay, I think Sirius Black is the best because of how much he cares for Harry. He does everything for Harry. He eats rats for Harry. He's willing to risk his life to the mentors for Harry just because of his scar hurting in the Goblet of Fire. Sirius loves Harry more than anything. And it's his love that makes me love Sirius as much as I do. I've read so much fan fiction about Sirius and Harry's relationship that it's my favorite thing in the series. I just love Sirius's personality and I love his backstory, and I just love how he's willing to stand up to his family and share his beliefs that not everyone in his family agrees with. And Sirius is such a just a comical and funny character in a lot of ways. And I just love how he can turn into a dog. He's just such an amazing character, and his loyalty is so strong. And I just love everything about him. He's such a great character, and I love how he never thinks before he acts. I'm just saying, he never thinks before he acts, that guy. He would have been in Azkaban longer if he didn't be too stupid. And speaking of Sirius and how much he loves Harry, let's read the next one. Hagrid did more than Sirius. Okay. I hate this when I first read it, but I think this person has a point. But I feel like they're being a little rough. Because Sirius couldn't really do anything for Harry. He was an escaped convict and he couldn't have Harry in his home, even though he was dying to have Harry live with him. And Harry was dying to live with him. And Hagrid, if we're being honest, did Hagrid really do that much for Harry? He did quite a bit, but he didn't really do that much. If you really think about it, what did Hagrid do? Like, what's something phenomenal that Hagrid did? Besides give him Hedwig. But, like, Harry didn't really want Hedwig in the first place. But, she came in pretty useful later. But I just feel like Hagrid and Sirius really didn't do that much. But Sirius couldn't do anything. And Sirius was literally willing to, like, let Harry live with him. Like, right after Harry had found out that he was free. Hagrid never, like, was never offering Harry a home. So if you think about it, Sirius was willing to do more for Harry, even if he couldn't. So I agree but disagree, and I don't think it was Sirius's fault that he couldn't do anything. I think that Sirius, shouldn't have went after Pettigrew, but he was. I don't blame Sirius for that because Pettigrew was just a jerk, vile, evil. This one is also something that I'm not a big fan of. And it's that the movies are better than the books because the movies are not better than the books by a landslide, okay? The books have just so much more jokes and just so much more humor and more details and things that I love about it. The reasons I love her are just completely cut out of the movies. We don't get any of that whimsical, any of those, like, classical moments are just taken out of the movies like it's some joke. And it just... And I think the books will forever be better, but if you think the movies are better, go for it, I guess. Not much I can change. Well, not really a way I can change. And this one I found, and I was just like, yes, when I saw it. I was like, yes, yes. Because this is my house, and it says Hufflepuff is the best house. So obviously, if I'm a Hufflepuff, I'm gonna think it's the best house, and it might not be. But I think Hufflepuffs really are, because there's only like one bad Hufflepuff character, maybe one that's iffy. Zachariah Smith is heck annoying, and not Cormac McLagan, whatever, Ernie McMillan. That guy is sort of like just like an iffy character for me. But besides that, there's really no bad characters in Hufflepuff House, and they're all so kind. And even Ernie's quite a good character in a lot of ways, and he's just, I don't know. I just feel like Hufflepuff is just such an endearing house, and there's no dark people, and they're just so bright and happy and cheerful, you know? And that's what I love about it. And they live by the kitchens. How could you not want to live? How would you not want to be in Hufflepuff? This one, I was actually also very happy to see because I agree, and I've gotten very annoyed about this recently. And it's Snape wasn't all that great. Yes, he did protect Harry, but he wasn't doing it for Harry. He was doing it kind of for himself and Harry's mom. He didn't really want to save Harry or James. He really only wanted to save Lily. And if you think about it, he's kind of a creepy guy. And I actually got some of that from Movie Flame. And Movie Flame is a genius. So I agree with Movie Flame. And I think that Snape is really just some crazy, weird simp guy. And he needs to just get over his childhood crush type of thing, okay? And I just think that Snape really is kind of annoying, and it still doesn't excuse all the things that he did to Neville and Harry and Ron and Hermione. Just because Snape was looking after Harry didn't mean he didn't do rude things in the process. It doesn't mean that what he did wasn't forgivable. You know what I mean? Unless he apologized, but I don't really think he did. So sorry, Snape isn't all that great in my opinion, and you can disagree all you want, but you're not gonna change my mind. And it gets annoying when people make Snape to be this sweet guy, and then Sirius to be like this jerk, and I'm like, what the freakles? Anyway, Harry should have named his child something else, and I'm pretty sure this is referring to Albus Severus Potter, and I agree. I think there were other people. I don't know specifically someone, but I feel like there's just someone in his life. I don't, like I said, I don't know who that could have just benefited more than Dumbledore and Snape. Maybe I can see Dumbledore, but Snape, I don't really see why Harry would name his kid after the person that tormented him for like 6 years just because he was kind of looking after him. I just don't see it. And I mean, Hagrid would be kind of a weird name, not gonna lie. That wouldn't really work, you know? And maybe Rubius, though, that would be kind of a cool name. I would love to be named Rubius. I mean, that's a cool name. Rubies, you know? Anyway. But I just feel like there's someone out there that could have had a really great name. Even if I don't know who they are, I just feel like there's someone that could have benefited better. Next. Neville should have been the chosen one, and to this I disagree. I think Neville wouldn't have worked because Neville's character development happened way too late, and so I don't think that Neville could have done the same things as Harry. Neville was a great character, but I just don't think he would have fit as the chosen one. I think what he did was perfect for him, and I don't think his fate should have changed or Harry's. I think that Harry going through what he did was essential. I think Harry being the chosen one was essential. Next one. Luna equals the best character, and to this, I disagree. Luna's a great character, but she's not like up there for me. She's always kind of been like a mid character. I just feel like she's not all there for me. She's great in a lot of ways, but she's just kind of in a lot of other ways. She's kind of bland to me and just doesn't have a lot to her. And she kind of came in later, and so we don't really know much about her if you really think about it. Half-Blood Prince is the worst book in the series. Or movie. Either way, I don't really know what the worst one is, but I feel like it's not Half-Blood Prince. In a lot of ways, it might be Deathly Hollow, Sorcerer's Stone, or Chamber of Secrets. It's one of those. That's all I know. And I think to have them like being themselves and everything. And they just are so much happier, and I love it to pieces. But we don't really get that in the Deathly Hollows, and Ron leaves them for like a long time, and I don't like that. So I just feel like maybe Deathly Hollows is the worst, or Sorcerer's Stone, just because it's like one of those books where it's like you cannot read it over and over again and still love it. It's just one of those where I can't read it over and over and over again. I still feel like reading it. We have one left, my friends. And it says Hermione and Victor Crumbs. Like, they should have been together and on. And I really don't think this is true. Hermione and Crumb didn't really have a lot of potential. And I just feel like their chemistry wasn't there at all. There wasn't a whole lot. In the beginning, Hermione didn't even like Crumb, and she was always complaining about him being in the library. I don't really think that's a really great quality for someone. You know, like, if they're going to be together, I really just don't think that's a great way to start it off. And sure, like, Harry's parents were like that, but it was kind of just better. And I feel like Victor Crumb was a lot too much older, and I just feel like he wasn't Hermione's person, you know? He was too gruff for Hermione. Hermione needs someone more gentle. And sure, maybe that's not Ron, but I feel like Ron's a lot more gentle than Crumb, and I just think that Hermione is perfect with Ron. I just love their chemistry and their bickering and all of it. So that's how I feel, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was kind of fun, kind of going over Harry Potter. I've never really done longer Harry Potter videos, but I'll definitely start doing them and talking maybe on live streams about it. I feel like Harry Potter is a lot of fun, and I love hearing about your guys' opinions on Harry Potter. And if you hear from more of the Percy Jackson content, please give me ideas for Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, or Stranger Things, because I love Stranger Things. It's my favorite show. Maybe Percy Jackson will bump it up when it comes out, but I just love all my fandoms. And if you have anything you want me to do, if you want me to react to movies, anything, like, just give me some recommendations and I'll go and do it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I just want to thank you guys for sticking along this journey with me and helping me get to 1K. It's been a blessing, just feeling that momentum, feeling your happiness, just your heart pounding with, like, feeling like you've accomplished something is so amazing, and I couldn't have done it without you guys, obviously. I just want to say thank you guys so much. It really, really means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.